guys, welcome on this new Coach Dave Academy Lab Guide. I'm Corentin Guinez, and today we are for week 9 of the Falcon Sports Car Series, and we are at Willow Springs with the Aston. So, yep, first as usual, we're gonna go with the hot lap, and then I'm gonna go into more details about the car and the trap. So, yep, let's get started. Alright, guys, here we go for the lap around Willow Springs with the Aston Martin GT4. So, here is T1, so not so many reference for this one. So, what I'm using basically as a braking or turning in reference is the white line. As you can see, it's going a bit wider at some point, like right there. It doesn't really go straight and follow the line, I would say. It goes a bit wider at some point. So, that's where basically I'm gonna aim for the braking, as you can see, just on the brakes. And for this one, the target is to like basically entering a bit wider because you want to avoid like the curbing, the like not really curbing, but like that white and red thing. So yeah, basically you need to stay away from that. And the best thing to do is basically to enter a bit wider. So then you can avoid that, and then you can have a better exit as well. So what I'm doing for this one is that, as you can see, just trying to wait a bit and then using also the camber of the corner just on the brakes, as you can see, and then early on power to find the rotation. The fact that the corner is a bit on camber helps as well to find the rotation. One thing there, as you can see, there is like a tire mark on the gravel. It's because I went basically before the try too wide. So one thing you have to think about for this one is to just keep a bit of a margin on the exit to not like do the same mistake, because basically it's really easy to do it. It's almost like every corners are a bit blind, I would say. So yeah, the best thing to do is to really work on your entry, and then it will help you for the exit to have the right line and the right speed. So yeah, just make sure you work a lot on the entry, so then it really helps you a lot for the exit. So then for this one, just going straight away for the left side, and then as you can see, so this time it's going a bit like the opposite, like compared to T1, it goes a bit more tight, I would say. The line goes a bit more on the inside, so it's pretty much what I'm using basically as a turning reference. So as you can see, just turning in right now, and then just a bit of lift on the entry. Just trying to carry a lot of speed through this one. The main target is to really, the fact that it goes uphill as well means that you have to carry the momentum and just not only brakes. Like this time, you really have to carry the momentum with the throttle, and then just slow down a bit the car with the lift. Basically, the fact that it goes uphill with the lift will slow down the car anyway. And then as you can see, just playing a bit with the throttle, just trying to find the right momentum, and then at some point you can really go like when you go past the first half of the corner, then you can start to really go full throttle. Just dropping to fourth gear, as you can see, just using fourth gear, not really dropping to fourth gear, just on the entry dropping from from fifth to four, sorry. But then just using fourth gear because with five it's just a bit too low, in my opinion. You just lose a lot of momentum on the exit. And also I think it helps a bit to find the rotation with fourth gear. So yeah, you can just use fourth gear all the way. As you can see, just hitting the revs, but it's fine because it goes uphill, so you're not really hitting the revs anyway. And then on the exit, just using fifth gear, and now moving to the right side of the track to prepare the next corner, which is. So then we approach this corner. So basically, I'm just gonna use the line on the right just as a reference. So as you can see, it goes a bit this time on the inside. So I'm just gonna use a bit this reference. I guess it's just my own vision, my perspective, but yeah, you can use this reference as a braking reference. So as you can see, just close to the line, and then on the brakes, trying to find the rotation, just trying to carry the momentum, because as you can see, it's going uphill. Just trying to avoid as well the inside curb. It's really important because then it makes the car bounce a lot, and the Aston is used to bounce a lot over the curbs. Then just trying to carry a lot of momentum. That's why I'm just going a bit wide on the exit, but then you will see that it actually doesn't make me going any wide for this one, because with the fact that this sector is a bit on camber, it really helps me to keep the right line. And then for this one, I'm just trying to slow down a bit, just trying to slow down a bit before the corner and not into the corner, because then you can lose the car. It's a bit bumpy there, so if you go on the brakes, it will unsettle the car, and then there is a chance you lose a bit the rear. Then as you can see, just slowing down the car, and also I'm slowing down because I don't want to put too much steering angle in the middle of the corner, because if I rev with too much speed, it means I have to put more steering angle. So that's why I'm slowing down a bit the car, because then I can put the car a bit the way I want, and the way I want the car to be is basically with the steering as straight as possible. So there as you can see, the steering is not straight, but as you can see, I will try to open the steering as soon as I can. And then as you can see, the steering is open. So now I can really go easily on power and not like being too worried about the TC or having wheel spin because I'm going on power. So then going back again, as you can see, just playing a bit with the power. Need to manage the power because as you can see, it's really bouncy. I will put it like the normal speed. As you can see, really bumpy section. And then if I have the steering, I have too much steering. If I put the same amount of power, I will spin. So what I'm doing is that, as you can see, just slowing down the car, playing with the power, trying to play with the power with the bumps as well. We'll put more power when there is no bumps, and basically just releasing the throttle when there is bump. And then as you can see, when the steering is open, just going fully on power, like just make sure to not run too wide. But I think it's fine if you have the right momentum through the corner, the right speed, it's okay. And then need to move to the right side to prepare this kind of chicane. I don't know how to call this, to be honest, but it's a sort of chicane. So basically, I will try to go as close as I can from the curbing. I think you can put the right wheels on it, but just make sure to not put the right wheels on the right side of this curbing. And then I will just brake or release the power as soon as I'm getting past this curbing. One thing for this one is that I have to just slow down the car enough, because it's really easy to understeer on this one, and I think I'm keeping third gear for this one. So if I slow down a bit the car too much, it will kind of stall if I go too slow with the third gear. So I'm just trying to carry a lot of speed, and that's why I will go a bit wide on the exit, because if I not going wide, it means I will go too slow, and then I will be too low on the rest for the third gear. So as you can see, just dropping, I think, to third gear right now, or maybe I'm staying with fourth actually. Wait, yeah, I'm staying with fourth gear. So yeah, basically that's why I'm doing that. It's the same thing I said, but with fourth gear actually. So just staying with fourth gear, just trying to stay with the momentum, just on the brakes. But as you can see, I will go on power early and flat out straight away when I'm going back on power, because I need to keep that momentum. If I don't do that, I will stall. And so the thing is that I'm not putting third gear, because then I will just slow down the car too much. So I will basically lose some time. And I can maybe unsettle the car if I put third gear. So yeah, I'm just basically using fourth. I thought I was using third, but yeah, I'm definitely using fourth gear. So doing it again, just slowing down the car, trying to find the rotation. And as soon as the car is on the right line, just going back on power to find the momentum, just trying to keep as much speed as I can. And then going wide, just going close to the curbing. This time it's flat out, so you can really keep all the momentum there. Just make sure you're not going on the gravel. And then we approach I think it's the trickiest part of the track, because yeah, basically there is no reference. It's a really long right corner. You don't really know how to approach this one. Actually, the first half is just flat out. So as you can see, just going flat, going on the inside, and then you're just chilling on the power now. So as you can see, just dropping upping to six gear, and then you have to move to the left side of the track. And one thing for this one is that you have to brake a bit early, because if you don't brake, you brake too late, you will basically be too heavy on the brakes, maybe hit the ABS and go straight. For this one, the best thing to do is to brake a bit earlier, brake a bit like all the way, but it will give you the rotation. So as you can see, just going a bit on the brakes, just trying to find the rotation. As you can see, it tends a bit to go too wide, I would say, to understeer. So yeah, the thing there is to really work on the brakes. And then as you can see, I'm going early on power, because as soon as I slow down enough the car and I'm on the line, there is no reason to stay on the brakes, because I need to carry the momentum, and also because then you have a long straight. So as soon as the car is slowed down enough, as you can see, then going back on power, leaking the cab on the inside, and yeah, then that's it for the lap around Willow Spring. Okay, guys, that's it for today for the lap guide around Willow Spring with the Aston Martin Vantage GT4. Hope you enjoyed the video and you learned a bit from it as well. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel and join the Discord server if you have any questions about the work we are doing. And yes, see you for week 10. Bye bye.